So, Elgato says we are live. Just gonna wait and double check for Twitch to tell me that we are okay. So it's showing this part. Twitch to tell me that we are okay. So it's okay, okie dokie. So it looks like we are live. So I'll just wait a minute for some people to come in.
Hey, we're gonna search this area. See what we come up with.
Okay, so where we left off, Joel had a little spat with Henry.
That was intense. You cool?
Yeah. Let's go find that radio tower.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm Joel Miller, Master of Stealth. And like, yeah, I understand Joel being upset because, I mean, let's be real here. He did, like, Henry and Sam did leave them to die, and they only survived by the skin of their teeth.
In that boat over there.
I want the crab. Yeah, actually, let's make a Molotov. I want to grab the crab and eat it. Now, maybe that's just because I've been playing some Metal Gear Solid 3 lately, but I'm seeing an animal on the ground and I kind of want to eat it.
Keep your eyes peeled.
No.
Way ahead of you, kid.
You keep your eyes peeled. Oh my gosh, again, they slow down your movement because they're like, no, this isn't an action scene. This is a slow scene. So we're going over to the boat. This level is called Sewer, so I presume we will be going into some sewers. What's the name of this boat? Antenna Revere?
It's a little bit different in the water.
One step at a time.
Did you hear about the new COD trailer? No, I have not, Wolf. I've not heard about that. I kind of dipped out on COD after, like, Modern Warfare 2. You need a ship to open up. Oh, interesting. Lots of stuff here. Grab that stuff.
Ellie,
Comic book.
found another one of them comics you've been reading.
Awesome. I'll read that later.
Anti-particles. After navigational error jumps the von Neumann into the corona, oh no, of a white dwarf star. The damage is extensive and tension among the crew is high. With the cloaking device destroyed, the ship is forced to hide in a nearby stellar nursery. After Daniela's mistake, the crew won't easily trust her again, but they won't have long to decide what to do. Time, along with oxygen, is running out. Okay, so what would have been an amazing little marketing gimmick to do with this game is to make Savage Starlight comics, like actual legit comics, and you could partner with whatever comic creators you wanted, but you make them and you actually have like all of the ones that are in the game, and you have and you make a full on comic series of these, and you'd sell them. And just like, hey, you could sell like, hey, you can buy the comics that are in the game. It's just a neat little thing that they could do. Vote note. Looks like I've dodged the chaos and the mayhem long enough. My time out at sea is coming to an end. I'm short on supplies, and this boat has seen better days. And you know what? This is bound to happen sooner or later. I guess it's time to go see what's left of mankind. What could possibly go wrong, right? If you happen to find my skeleton, please don't step on my skull. Thanks. Yeesh. Is that a reference to Ishmael? Well, now I want to find a skeleton. He's certainly not here. I mean, like, this is this is an interesting little, little side story. But the idea that I'm getting the impression that this is a guy who stood out at sea, who's out at sea when everything went to hell, and he stood out as long as he could until he needed supplies. And he came back and crashed. This must have been several years ago. Looking at the state of the boat and the fact that it's shipwrecked. Oh, okay. Alright, guess I'm grabbing that. Oh, sorry, Wolfie, missed the message. The trailer has been unlisted because it managed to actually make commentary about today's events from using an interview from an ex-KGB propagandist. Well, that sounds controversial.
Hey, Ellie! I think we found something.
Let's go see what it is.
Alright, kids.
Hey, I bet this goes all the way through. Give me a hand with this.
I bet this is that guy. He died like he lived, with a bottle in his hand. Actually, you know what? You know what would actually be really cool? Is if they made this like a little subplot and you got a series of notes. Think of something along the lines of like a Fallout quest where you find someone like pre-war that had a list of notes or something leading them to like where they were, and you find their corpse, but then you also find something nice. Like, what if this guy had like a special weapon with him, like a harpoon gun or something, and if you found his body, then it would then you could find like a cool weapon. And also, it's a little annoying that they really funnel you. They're like, hey, why don't you take a look at that boat? And then you go and it's trying to lead you to find that before you find that guy, because that's like, hey, this is what that story was about. And I'm like, I would have gone to the boat anyway, without you basically going, hey, look at the boat, look at the boat, look at the boat. And sorry, 2x4, I am going to be sticking with my current weapon, which is vastly superior in every conceivable way. It's like the con of weapons. I am better at what? At everything. Okay, is that it? Was that it over here? Just some ammo? And a potential weapon. Oh, I avoided going into detail for a reason. Oh, I mean, like, I don't particularly... Like, I'm really not interested in what Call of Duty is, but, like, if they're just getting into a controversy because they actually use propaganda, then I guess that's on them. Alright, guys, let's go into the sewers.
All right, same time.
Come on, let's do it.
God damn thing.
This isn't immersive. No, it wasn't a positive message. It's not positive. It's very much negative. I mean, like... I'm not entirely interested in that. Like, I didn't assume that it was a positive message. I was just saying, you know, lol at them if they got themselves into controversy because they did something like that.
Hey, flashlights out. Sam, stay. Come finally learning.
How tall is Joel? So is that right about 6 feet? I think the official guide says that he's like 5'11" or something. So that looks about right. It checks out, sir.
Joel, we should see what's over here.
All right, we'll check this side out.
I'm not a fan of this place.
Me neither. You ain't got much of a choice.
What happens if I go over here?
This way.
Ugh, I don't like that music. Let me guess. I'm gonna have to like crawl over.
Clear that door.
Yep.
Oh, that is a big rat.
Just on the cusp. That was not good, rat.
And voila.
Thank you.
Do you think they'll join us? All the way to Tommy's?
Well, I don't know. Just gonna have to see how everything pans out.
Oh, nice. Then there's got to be a workbench somewhere, right? No. Oh my gosh, game, stop it with the, oh, look how tense everything is music. Sewer notes. Notes about the sewer. I'm gone for a few months, and the world doesn't waste any time going to crap. Everywhere you turn, there's infected and non-infected trying to kill you. Mankind is back to the food chain. Oh, mankind is back to the food chain, baby. I'm kind of shocked I've survived this long. These sewers are pretty safe. Limited exit/entrances make it easier to defend, and if anyone gets in here, I can lose them in the maze. I might not be tough, but I am quick. Maybe I just need to bide my time down here until it all gets sorted up there. I think I'll become a sewer mole man for a while. Wish me luck. Oh, it's that Ish. Was that Ish's corpse out there? Or not? The mystery of Ish continues. Oh, yeah. I wanted to jump on them. I can't move that. It's like, they really designed this for you to come over here, get some supplies, and then walk right over here to join up with them. People said this game is linear. They were not kidding. Oh, hey, look, it's a ladder. Just want to see if there's anything. Okay, so that's where we came. That's where they. Yeah, you know, the one thing in sewer levels that they never, like they always talk about, oh man, it stinks in here, but, like, you never actually get to smell stuff. I've actually smelled sewage before, and it is some of the most disgusting crap I have ever smelled. And honestly, I didn't even go into anything. I just walked by some stuff where, you know, they had, like, a sewage, like, one of those, you know, caps over it. It was open, and you could smell the sewage, and I nearly threw up right then and there. It was disgusting. The mystery of Ish is a more interesting story than this game. It is, Wolf. It is. Now I need to confirm if the body outside was actually Ish, or if the true Ish is really somewhere else.
Way to reach that.
Well, I can't swim.
That makes two of us.
You two are just like,
All right, Joel.
like two peas in a
How do
pod.
we get across?
Guess we gotta figure something out.
Pallets, probably. Maybe the real Ish were the friends we made along the
There's a
way.
way we can use it.
Let's see what this does.
It's jammed.
I love jam. Well, time to
wait
find a
there.
pallet.
I can't reach it.
Gross. So. Yay, more awkward swimming. It's funny just how much brighter things are down here. You see, that's all you needed to do.
Henry, give it a shot.
All right.
You don't need to have a press it a bunch of times for everything.
Yep, it's working.
I'm gonna have a look. You keep an eye out.
Oh my gosh, this looks so silly. Spores! Knew we'd need pallets. Frickin' pallets, man. I wonder if this is an optional area.
Oh, shit.
Now let's see if I can make this. I'll grab all this stuff. Trading node. More from Ish. The mystery of Ish continues. Meanwhile, the Flood declares war on the virus from The Last of Us for consumption purposes. Yesterday I met some people that did not want to shoot me on sight. Shocking, I know. We traded some supplies and went on our merry way. They had kids with them and they seemed pretty scared. I almost told them about this place. What if they're like the others? What if? You know what? I don't care. What's the point of surviving if you don't have someone to laugh at your lame jokes? Tomorrow I'm going to search for them. See if they want to join me in here. I'm going to guess it. So this is where he slept. Yeah, gotta get those parts. To be honest, I'm actually kind of glad I get to use my shivs for a little bit. It's like, I'd like to get more stuff, but I'm kind of packed right now. Everything except for shivs.
Yeah. Still in one piece.
Oh, you know what? I bet if you did that without killing them, then they'd come over and like go and attack you. if that is the case, and I'm not sure, but if that is, that's a solid idea.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, that's my feelings too.
Let's go, Ellie.
Oh, there you go. That's smart.
Ah, I can't wait to get out of this place.
Wait, are we supposed to go? Actually, I was wondering.
Take your time. I love being on this thing.
Okay, so stop. I want to let go. I need to. It's not letting me shake my controller to turn my light on. So we're not supposed to go in here. We're supposed. Oh wait, I'm probably supposed to put her on up to that generator. So now I want to check out that other spot.
All right, see if that generator's still got some juice.
There was nothing.
It might have juice, but it's probably not going to do much. Of course. So, is that it? Is that it down here? Just some stuff to make a shiv?
Time to get going.
Wait, so I missed it. How did you guys get over there? I was over there looking for supplies.
We're pros at this by now.
Is that? Oh, it's a car. Acquired tools level 3. I bet Ish would just chill out in this chair working on tools and just having a good old time. Let me use my superhuman hearing to confirm if there's anyone inside. I don't see any, but they could materialize out of nowhere.
It's a sort of alarm. Someone used to live here. Don't look like that's the case anymore.
Who would stay in here?
Ish, that's who.
You keep a place like this safe.
Oh my gosh, that's a super brick. House rules. Important, please read. Make sure doors are locked. Ask for password if you don't know the visitor. No, no, no something and noisy play. Run to hiding spot when you hear the alarm. Oh. Sawed-off shotgun. Okay, so it's like it acts like a pistol, but it's got... Alright. Okay, so... Oh, that's put in the pistol category. Alright, okay, I get it. You got some good weapons here, Ish. Shouting. Oh, the sign says shouting. Thank you. I couldn't read it because it was all messed up. Thank you, Wolf.
Oh, boss.
Ellie,
Calm down. Hey, Sam.
Yeah?
Stand by the car.
Oh, Henry, did you see that? Let's keep it down, buddy, okay? Yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry, buddy. I thought that was cool. I'll be your supportive father. You, be nice to your brother. So, it does seem that Ish... Am I really full of explosive stuff? It seems that Ish did let the family in, and they did have... Like, he must have set some stuff up, you know, to play, set up house rules. So... and then this is all going to end very horribly.
shh, quiet.
Oh, I didn't realize I equipped my bow. Actually, can I just let him...
Well, I guess we know what happened to these people.
So you know there was a clicker that'd been gone for a while.
We keep moving forward. All we can do is hope there aren't any more of them. Doubtful, I know.
So which way do you want to go? You want to go... General rules. This is a secure zone. Cooperation is very important. Remove your jacket or outerwear. Why? No personal, pointed, or sharp objects are allowed. Like is... Yeah. Wait, is this gonna move things forward? Oh, that's adorable. But it all ended in tragedy. Oh. Cornered note. We're trapped. I think everyone else is dead. Some of the little ones are with me. I got infected pounding at the door. I don't know how long we'll hold out. If Ish and the others are alive, maybe they can reach us. If it comes down to it, I'll make it quick. Kyle! Kyle, you were my favorite character. Disgusting. No, this one's still better. Okay, so that continues on. Oh, it's another room. I need a note. I have to know if you're Ishmael. Huh. Oh, are they collecting water? Oh, a note. Raincatcher notes. Yeah, it is. They were collecting water. Hey, Susan. I just wanted to drop you a quick line and say these rain catchers were a great idea. Super smart to gather water without leaving the place. I hope you don't mind, but I think I gave the kids a couple of water guns, so of course I've been drenched all day. If you don't want them, or you don't want them to have it, let me know and I'll take them back. See you at dinner tonight. Fair warning though, Kyle is making his special meatloaf again. Ish. Are you Susan? They did laundry here. Water rules. Don't leave water running. Only take what you plan on using. Don't leave Can I don't leave a mess. Okay. Start Ryuji doing a thumbs up. Yep. Ishmael had everything pretty snazzy down here. Like, all things considered, this was some good living. Oh, no weapons allowed, no loud notes, no loud noises, silence is golden. You might be searched for at any time for any reason. Oh. Fire is restricted. General rules when entering this area. Bad behavior is not allowed and will be resulted in swift punishment. No fighting or rough play. No running through living area. I presume that's what it says. You know, it's kind of funny, but I feel like there was more thought put into this area and the people who lived here than there is in the actual main game. Oh, okay, yeah, I already came in here. I'm a rebel. I don't need stairs.
Hey, you think that leads out?
Could be. It's too hot for a boost. Maybe there's
Alright.
another way to get there.
Just let me yeet one of the kids up there. I'm sure they can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm cool.
That was me. I must have triggered some kind of safety gate or something. Henry, see if we can lift this.
Yeah.
So, this is awkward.
Yeah. I know, it's like every time...
Clickers!
Hey, this thing isn't budging, man.
Just go. Get out of here.
Sam, you stay close to him.
Henry, we gotta fucking move!
You keep him safe! Go!
They're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I know.
All right, come on, kid. See if we can find a way out of here, yeah?
Okay.
Stay behind me. If I run, you run.
Yeah.
Where are they? Okay, but you're coming around the corner. No. No, let's redo this. Not exactly sure how they heard me. Oh, wait, shoot. Let me go see if I can recover that arrow. I see an arrow sticking. Wait, why isn't that one coming up on my sound? That's super weird. Nope, ain't swapping from this yet. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! What? Oh my gosh! I was...
You did it.
We're gonna keep going. You good?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you step on a mouse? What was that? You transitioned from a QTE to get an infected off of you, to getting a QTE to shiv a clicker, and then getting a QTE to shiv what looked like the same clicker. I know. I saw that. How the hell did they suddenly hear me? Like, this keeps happening. It's like the game just decides, nah, you've been stealthing for too long. I'm like, I was being quiet. I was using the arrows, which are supposed to be silent takedowns. I'm sitting here crouched, moving around slowly, because I'm trying to be quiet. Only for this game to be like, nah, you didn't actually do that quietly. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Why does this keep happening? It's like, I'm trying to be stealthy, and then I'm being quiet. It's like, did they suddenly spot me? Did the clickers see me? Because if I remember correctly, it's like, I think they were just on the other side, and they just decided to immediately spot me. I mean, I honestly don't even know what the hell rules that this is even playing by at times. Like, I feel like it would be better just to make it so that they can all see you. Like, if they can see you or hear you, just, like, make the rules feel like, more consistent than just whatever we feel like at the time. It's like I understand something that I messed up on that first time. That was 100% my fault. But this one, I'll take the shiv at least. Finally, I can grab one. But like, fully durable shivs don't break when used. Clicker. That might be a good one to get. I think I talked about that one earlier. I think crafting is fine. Maximum health might be good, but I think I can wait a bit on that. The stealth is inconsistent. Yes, Wolf, it absolutely is. It's super inconsistent. Like, because this is what makes it so frustrating. Like, if you play Metal Gear Solid, you know what rules those guards are playing by. If you get spotted, that's because you got spotted. It's just, And the sad part is this game clearly wants you to be doing stealth. It's very much pushing you towards stealth. Because they limit your ammo, so you can't just go guns blazing. They limit your, the amount of weapons that you have, which, okay, fine. Like, they limit you so much. So clearly this isn't meant to be like Uncharted, which is far more action-oriented. I can understand that. It's not meant to be action-oriented, so even though you have a bunch of weapons, your ammo is very limited. And
It's like a classroom. Why couldn't they keep it safe?
Son, I wish I knew. God knows they didn't deserve it.
But it's like you have limited weapons for something that you can use to distract enemies. You're limited to just this thing and maybe firing an arrow. Or throwing one of the... throwing one of these or something. And it's funny is that in Metal Gear Solid 3, you can hold on to magazines you drop, and you can throw those for, you can throw those just to help distract. So it's like, for something so basic, you should be able to, use stuff to distract enemies. That should be something you should have as a regular resource, not something okay, maybe bottles and bricks are far more specific in their uses. Bricks can easily be used to take out an enemy. So yeah, I understand, limiting those, though I still think you should be able to carry more than just one, and just carry one or the other, but it's this game, it goes halfway on all of its mechanics. So it's you're limited with what weapons you can hold on. So in order to, if I wanted to swap out to my rifle, I have to click and then hold X in order to swap. So this is obviously something you can't do in the middle of combat. Well, you can switch to certain weapons. That's alright, it's just sometimes it feels like they just think it's Uncharted, and they're like, alright, action time, but they're like, oh, no, but it's not supposed to be an action game. You're so confused. Kids drawing. Oh. Danny! Ish, our protectors.
Think you can knock that ladder down?
Yeah.
Alright, that is the way to progress. Now to explore every other area. The two of us has played too many stealth games that did it way better than this game. Yes, I love playing stealth games. They're some of my favorite types of games. So when I see games that do it so badly, it's I notice this, and it frustrates me so much. Got a bed there. How do you get to it? Sorry, Sam. I use, I can carry go for some rags and alcohol. This area is so much more expansive than it really needed to be. I appreciate this, but this is like a whole society they have in here. It's not just Ish and one little family. There's a lot of people here. There were a lot of people here. Honestly, I think it's a huge... Look how many beds they have! Like, this clearly isn't just one, like, got 1, 2, 3, and you got 4, 5 in there, 6. It's like, those, and that's just in this area. That doesn't even count the other ones. Like, in all the clickers they have down here. All the people who died, like, how many people were down here by the time everything went to hell? Oh, there we go. We need DLC on Ish. Yes. Ish should have been the true Left Behind DLC. No. We don't need DLC on Ellie. No. We need it on Ish. Like, I honestly think it would have been nice if we got to meet Ish. And meet some of the people here. It's like in Fallout, like, you'll oftentimes find stories of people who died by the time you find them, or you never find them, they're just dead, and they have been dead for oftentimes many, many years. But, you know, it's like, so sometimes when you see that, you kind of wish, well, I wish that I could have, you know, met the characters or something. Especially if they died recently. Like, this is still relatively recent in, you know, in terms of Apocalypse. Look at all the mattresses they have. It's a ton of mattresses. It's like it starts off thinking, oh, well, maybe it's just one little guy who was sitting here, and like, no, he had a family, he brought in a family, and then it's like, no, they got this whole kitchen area where they clearly cooked a lot, a little of those portable stoves. They got storage, they got rooms, they got showers set up, they got water collectors. It's like, you see, stuff like this, collecting rainwater to survive, this is exactly what we should be seeing a lot of. Yes, I understand. I'm talking. We need to see a lot more of stuff like this, because this is what people would be doing. They would have to do stuff like this to survive. It's like, there's so much potential in The Last of Us, and I feel like they just scratched the surface. It's like, Neil was clearly told to redraft, and redraft, and redraft by Bruce, but I actually was looking back at one of the other previous parts, and I never quite finished the point that I was making about Neil redrafting. It's like, Neil, like, we know by what they've said that Neil was forced to redraft his original story of The Last of Us many, many times to change it from the really awful story of Tess is just an evil lady, she kills Joel, and then Ellie hunts her down to kill her. Which Bruce Straley, I believe, very wisely said, this idea is stupid, don't do it. So then that ended up changing to being to what we got now, which is certainly better than that. I have to say that. This story isn't like horrible. It's just, it certainly has a lot more potential than what we got here. But like, for all the redrafts, it doesn't really feel like Neil Druckmann put that much thought into everything. Like, Joel's our main character, and we don't even actually have a specific age for him, which I found weird. They give vague stuff, like he was maybe born in the early 80s. Yeah, he might be in his late 40s, and it's just like, why are you giving me a vague late 40s or something? Like, they give Ellie a specific age. They gave Sarah a specific age, and I'm like, you can't give your main character more details? Like, you couldn't give him more details than, about his backstory? And a lot of his stuff that you find out about him is just in, stuff that you find out after, outside of the game. Like, Joel, Sarah was,
There we go.
Sarah was an unplanned pregnancy when Joel's a teenager, which I kind of figured based on his age. and how old he was. But it's like, oh, that's neat stuff. Yeah, details. These are important. Yeah, details, man. They are important. But yeah, it's like a lot of these details, and I mentioned this before, that I'm a detail-oriented person, especially as a writer. Like, I consider details to be some of the most important part, because that's where things can really come together or fall apart. Neil Druckmann is very clearly not interested in the details, even with this game. So for any good ideas that may have come due to Bruce's involvement, Neil himself didn't want it. He didn't really care. He didn't really care about all the details. Like, I'm not asking for us to have a list of favorite foods and stuff for every single character, but, like, alright, just bringing back to Metal Gear Solid. Recently I did the part where I was at the very end of the game, right after you deal with Volgin and you do the escape chase, and you have to escort Eva to the WIG in order to escape. When she's with you, you can check her medical history, which is actually really interesting. You can also check what she's eaten, because you can just go into the menu and look at that stuff, which is interesting, because then it'll have stuff that even happened before the game took place very clearly. I mean, you can find out that Eva had breast implants, which would make sense because she's meant to be sexy, so, you know, getting breast enhancements, like, alright, that makes sense, but, like, these little details, injuries she's had, the food she's eaten, there's some really fancy stuff she's eaten, and it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, like, yeah, it says that is a very nice detail, this is a very nice detail, and I'm like, and they didn't need to put in those details for Eva, but they help add a little bit to her character just by seeing some of that stuff, and seeing just a little bit of her history, and it's like, alright, that's actually really cool. And for something like this, The Last of Us really, I feel like, deserves to be held under more scrutiny than, like, even Uncharted. Like, I think Uncharted fails in a lot of ways when it comes to how they handle the characters in the story. Like, when I first checked out Uncharted, I really got frustrated at the lack of detail that they had, especially on Drake, the main character. And I'm like, they were just like, he's a super adventure guy. And I'm like, okay, it's supposed to be story focused, right? You're supposed to have more story to it. You gotta give anything? An age? More to his backstory? It took them to the third game to even try to give Nathan Drake a backstory, and it still wasn't good. But for something like The Last of Us, which pushes its story way more than even the Uncharted games do, except maybe 4, but 4 was also heavily done by Neil Druckmann, so I guess that's just his thing. He likes pushing stories but doesn't actually care about the stories. It's like, you are pushing the story as a primary part of this. It deserves to have more effort put into it. Like, I could come up with more backstory for each of these characters in 10 minutes if I really had to. Like, give me 20 minutes and I'll have something more fleshed out. And I'm like, but these games take years to make, and you couldn't flesh these characters out more than just vague backstories? You couldn't develop the story more? You couldn't flesh out the cordyceps virus in more ways? It's been 20 years, and they know about it. Like, shoot, going back to the bloater when that was introduced. What they should have done is had them introduce the bloater in a way that you didn't fight it. Then have Joel and Bill talk about the bloaters to Ellie and describe them. And maybe that'll give you, the player, a few hints on how to fight them. So then after that, they actually have to fight a bloater. And then you learn, and then, you know, that's when you apply what you've learned from what the character said to the actual game. That's how you should do it. But then they were like, no, we want our big dramatic moment where the bloater comes in. And then afterwards they were like, oh yeah, so that's a bloater. That's what happens when you're infected for a really long time. And that stuff is frustrating. Alright, I'll get off my soapbox here and continue on. Where are you? My superhuman hearing can't detect you.
Joel, that's them. Sam!
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep
Wow.
doorway over there.
At the very least, this feels a lot more like it understands that it's a running section.
Ellie, get away from the door.
Push it together.
Okay, wait. I actually want to see. Okay, alright. Actually. Oh no, Ellie. Okay, I just wanted to see.
Get away from the door.
I thought you were on a podium. Well, I mean, this is my little stream of the game. I guess I can do whatever I want. But, So, oh, no. You didn't get what I was saying. Standing on your soapbox is when you get up and you just start talking and trying for other people to hear. So I was saying, just a soapbox. Like, I was on a soapbox right there where I just spent the last, 10 minutes just talking and not really doing anything.
Maybe if we push it together.
Sam! He just crawled through.
He what? Sam, what the hell are you doing? Getting us out of here. Well, hurry up then.
All right, go.
Wait. Whoa.
Damn thing's stuck!
Here, give me a boost. I can get through that window.
Open it from the other side.
Make it fast.
Come on, Sam. You're not staying. What about you? I'll be fine. Come on, go.
It is interesting that the zombies.
Get ready.
Oh.
Go.
Come on. Oh, come on! No! I pressed triangle! I pressed triangle to shiv it!
Get ready.
Go.
Oh. Come on, jump over! No! Come on! Come on! Okay. Let me just catch up with what you're saying. Oh, you know the euphemism. Sorry, I thought from what you were saying you didn't understand. I was saying I thought you were speaking from something higher and therefore better to hear for soapbox. No, I don't like to swear.
Get ready.
Here we go.
No, no, no. Come on! Whoa, 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 what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Get ready.
Here we go.
Don't. Oh. Shiv! I hate clickers. Instant kill clickers were a terrible idea, and swarming you with them doesn't make it more interesting, it just makes it more frustrating. Look,
Get ready.
Why are you running over there? Come on! How did that not hit you? I hate how that takes up an entire shiv.
Over here.
Oh my gosh!
Get ready.
Come on!
Doors open. open. Go! Go, go!
Come on. Clickers equals sniper jackals.
Fresh air.
Yeah. Sniper jackals on legendary.
Look at this.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
So where's this tower?
We're close. Come on, let's go.
How do you know we're close? Okay. Are we going to finally see anything more about Ish?
Hey. Hey. That was a close one, huh?
Yeah, not one of our finest moments, but we made it out.
Gosh, I want to be able to run.
Hey, look at that. Yep, what'd I tell you, huh?
Let's find a way around to it. What about you? How you holding up?
Business as usual, right? When I was with Henry, I took out a couple of infected by myself. You'd be proud.
I am proud.
Yeah.
That looks like that means something. Since sniper jackals are only more of an annoyance on legendary, yeah. Full.
It's pretty intense back there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
How did you two end up together?
Oh, a friend of mine, Marlene, asked him to take me to the Fireflies.
Seem to get along well.
Yeah, well, now I just boss him around. Isn't that right, Joel?
You're supposed to say something. Oh, dang it. I don't have...
What was this place like without infected? Can't even imagine it.
Yeah, like, that's actually something to talk about. She was born and grew up during the apocalypse. She has literally no concept of how things used to be before the apocalypse. That's something that you can actually really develop. Oh, look, I need that. Let's see now. Yeah. Pills here. Curses. Someone already had the idea of raiding the building? Ridiculous. Wait, is the upstairs blocked off? It is not. Fascinating. The master? Nope, nope. Oh, that's a little dinky. Note. Looting note. Another night, another shooting. I could see the muzzle flashes coming from the Carson's windows. I stayed up the entire night with the whole family in one room. I doubt anybody got any sleep. It's only a matter of time before the looters try and break into our house. We have to get out of here. That skinny man approached us again. He traded more of his bullets for some of our food. He offered for us to join him in his hideout. He says it's secure and, more importantly, hidden. Easily defendable from how he described it. He said that the only reason he trusts me is because I have kids. Okay, so...
Well, that wasn't a good idea, now was it?
So, more families that went to Ish's hideout. Okay, so yeah, there definitely were a lot more people than just that one family. But it's like, man, I kind of wish like they weren't all gone. Because I feel like there's a lot of potential to just see more people who were survivors. You know what I find odd? I find it odd that you don't need a bottle to make a Molotov cocktail. You just need, like, alcohol and a rag. I just think that's a little odd. Now let me go and see here. Like, I want to see if there's any more, because I feel like we're going to go out. I want to see if there's more to explore. Because this feels like a pretty big area. I want to explore all of it first before moving on. I have a gun. You loot, I shoot. We'll shoot to kill. Oh, hey look. We can go in here.
I was just 5 when the cordyceps hit. My memory's pretty hazy, but I remember living in a neighborhood just like this.
What do you remember?
Barbecues. Parents, they would throw these crazy big barbecues, invite a ton of people. You know, I remember the smell more than anything. Weird.
Those are good conversations to have to help flesh out the characters. But unfortunately, like, it's funny. I will say that the best writing comes in some of these more, you know, moments like here. It's like that moment, that's very clearly a scripted moment where she gets down and she looks in here. I'm like, those are generally pretty good. And nice little endearing things like this. This is 100% scripted. Like, or when Ellie and Sam sat on that couch and started talking, obviously scripted. But it's like, a lot of stuff like that really does go a long way when it comes to helping characterize a lot of these characters. Oh, you can literally run backwards. Oh, that's funny. I'm armed. Trespass
on site. Lots of friendly people lived here.
First few months after the outbreak, they had a lot of looting. Everyone got paranoid. You remember any of that, Joel?
Yeah, everyone barricaded themselves in their homes. And supplies started running low. That's when you saw what people are really capable of.
It's actually kind of sad that, like, the main story is so kind of cookie cutter and not really all that fleshed out. Like, these moments here, this is exactly what I was talking about before, about going into details about the characters. This stuff, we need a lot of stuff like this. more details like this to go into. Now, I know Sam and Henry don't stick around for the rest of the game, but to be perfectly honest, they really should. But it's like, to help really flesh out a lot of these characters, I feel like they need more time. I honestly would be fine with more cutscenes, as long as these cutscenes were like really helping develop the characters. There's more you could do with this game. Oh, sweet! I made that jump. I mean, jumps are very contextual, but that's cool. I like that. Oh wait, was this the? Oh, this was that house we were just in. Was Ellie wiping her feet on the... It's like there's clearly a lot of work that went into those little moments, and it's like, I wish this much effort was put into like the actual story and fleshing the plot out, and the history and the world building and the lore. Okay, so that leads back to the main street.
You're gonna want to stay away from those. It's not like it is in the zone. These are wild.
What is this?
Oh, this is an ice cream truck.
An ice cream truck?
Yeah, Henry told me about these. They sell ice cream out of the truck.
What? No way, Joel?
That's true. This thing would drive around and play real loud, creepy music, and kids would come running out to buy ice cream.
You're totally fucking with me.
Serious.
Man, you lived in a strange time.
Told you so.
Well, and you see, it's like, wow, this might be one of the best parts of the games in terms of just, like, character stuff. Because this, like, I like that. Like, what I was saying about exploring stuff about Ellie. Like, these kids, they were born after the apocalypse. Like, the idea of an ice cream truck would blow their minds. Ah, workbench.
This looks like a good spot.
So I got 2 more weapons. So I got 254 armor piercing. Oh, that's only 30. I'll take a range. Wow, whew, that's a lot more. Yeah, this is probably going to be important for the shotgun. Wow, let's get that just... I think it would actually be cool if they had a visual distinction when you upgraded it, like with the clip capacity, or should be magazine capacity, that it would show an extended barrel. How many voice lines did Crom record for the orcs in Shadow of War? Never played Shadow of War. Could be useful for those diddly darn bloaters. Yeah, you know. Definitely. Oh, yeah! I think they said something about there being, there being like biological armor for, you know, on certain things that might be talking about the bloaters. Believe it or not, The Last of Us 2 did do just that. You know, I think I remember them showing more. I've seen some clips, so I kind of figured that was the case. Like, or clips of like the workbenches, which actually, like, I like the way they showed it, and it shows like Ellie like putting the gun down and like physically working with the guns instead of this what Joel is doing here. This is just like just generic like movements.
There we go.
But it's like, yeah, like that's definitely a plus. I mean, although a lot of The Last of Us 2 did a lot of like presentation stuff really well, but the actual games not so much. I do like that we can go into these houses. Alright. What are you looking at, kid? I wish I could pick that up and throw it, like in Metal Gear Solid. Curse you, looters! I wonder how much of this stuff was just the voice actors ad-libbing. Yeah, they did do the visuals well. They really did. I'll give them props on presentation, which is generally what this game does well too. But Last of Us 2 just does it more. Because, you know, bigger budget and more time. But like, I honestly, because I know some of the stuff in like Uncharted that like a lot of Nathan Drake's lines were just put in like ad-libbed by Nolan North. I wonder how much like of this is just stuff, you know, from the actors. Because stuff like that does happen in games. Like, shoot, in Detroit Become Human, that game is a dumpster fire, but one of the things that people almost universally seem to like is the relationship between, what were their names? Hank? His name is Hank. And Connor. But a lot of that was initially ad-libbed by the actors. It was I think it was Clancy Brown as Hank and that other actor who played Connor. They just played off of each other really well. The actors had a lot of like natural charisma with each other, or a lot of natural chemistry that really, Connor. A lot of natural chemistry with each other that really helped. That really, helped the relationship, and they ad-lib stuff that wasn't something that David Cage wrote, which might be why it's the best part of the game that a lot of people seem to like, simply because it didn't have anything to do with what David Cage wrote. Kara, speaking of of Detroit Become Human, you're the adult while I'm gone. Take care of your brother. He's looking to you for protection now. I won't be gone for more than a few days to gather food and supplies. If for some reason I haven't returned after a week, take your brother and head to the Pittsburgh quarantine zone. Don't open the door to anyone but me. Save your bullets. If you have to leave, stay low and move quickly. Use your size to your advantage. I'll see you soon. And then everybody died. Whoa, oops. I pressed that button a little too fast. I just wanted to see if I could reload it. Yeah, I feel like the more this gets upgraded, the more it's going to be like the go-to pistol. Especially with the clip capacity. That's just what... I said that because that's what it was described as. The magazine capacity being so high now. Did George R.R. Martin write that? Everybody's dead. That's it. Everybody dies. I think this might be like the biggest individual area in the game so far. Just wish it would let me move properly.
Is anybody else hungry?
Yes.
Hey, guys. We break when we get to the radio tower.
All right.
Okay, so I guess that animation of her looking and stuff was just one of the stock animations they have. I guess they may have jumped the gun that her looking into the the cabinets was a specific animation they did. If she's just gonna look straight at a little lawn chair and like stare at it intently. There she goes again. Why are you so interested in this, Ellie? Wait, did I go upstairs yet? I don't think I have. A lot of these areas look a little samey, but I'm a little fine with that. Survivor's notes. Ish. One open door, that's all it took. One of us forgot to close the door and a horde of these monsters entered our camp. We shut them in there and wrote a warning on the outside. So Ish survived! Susan and a couple of the kids are with me. As far as I know, we're the only survivors. I had to hold Susan so she wouldn't run back in there to go after the body. To go back for the bodies. It's just too dangerous. She lost her children, and I have no clue what to say to her. Every part of my being just wants to give up. It'd be so easy to just surrender to this world. I can't do that, though. I have too much faith in humanity. I've seen that we're capable of good. We can make it. I have to stay strong for her. We don't deserve Ish. We do not deserve the wonder that is Ishmael. Comic book.
There's that comic of hers.
Messenger particle. I like this art style too, though, for the Savage Starlight. Book 2, The Messenger Particle. The first test of Daniela's zero-point jump drive started out a success, but contact with the test pilot was immediately lost. 48 standard hours later, he returned transformed and came with a message. "We are the travelers." The message begins. I would absolutely read a Savage Starlight comic. Oh, look, there's another floor. And it's not blocked off. Amazing. A safe. Neat combination. I'm gonna laugh if the combination is up here somewhere. 82136. I said that, and there absolutely was a. It was right up there. How many, like, can I see how many parts I have, or how many of the, oh, I'm 20 off from fully durable shivs don't break when used to escape a clicker grapple. So wait, I guess I need to get both of them for that to come into effect. Oh wait, I just went up there.
Hey, Sam. Be careful.
I'll go first.
Oh,
Damn it. Your turn.
okay. Let's throw it.
Yeah.
Boosh. I am a natural.
Luck.
No, it wasn't.
That was luck.
Alright, get out of here. You're getting cocky. Here we go. Fuck.
Horrible.
Alright. It's a tie.
No. You clearly got destroyed.
How did I clearly get destroyed? That's practically a tie.
Yeah, okay.
Can I play?
There'll come a day where kids can just be kids again.
Let's go.
Some real bros lived here, and I can respect that. Ish and the Dawn are related, yeah. They're actually brothers. Wait a minute. Did I come in here? I think I did. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Getting a little turned around here. Again, there's a workbench. So we're going this way. A lot of nice little moments here that don't really do much for the story, but are really nice to see with the characters. And I like that there was effort, whoever was responsible for that. I like that there was effort put in to give, like, Ellie and Sam these little moments. Get on the swing. Get on the swing. Event, event, event. I enjoy these far more than the actual story. That was so funny.
By the looks of it,
How are we gonna find him?
I know a guy. A brother, actually. He was a Firefly. Last I heard, he was in Wyoming. We get there, we find him, we find the Fireflies. What do you say, you in?
Sounds like a good plan, man.
Okay, you guys are killing me with your downer talk. It's joke book time.
What is that?
Just bear with me. You want to hear a joke about pizza? Never mind, it was too cheesy.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
It's cheesy.
What did the
Cheese
green
pizza.
grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot.
So stupid.
Yep.
All right.
I-
got a joke for you.
Let's hear it.
Why can your nose be 12 inches long?
I don't know why.
Because then it would be a foot.
That is so dumb. I love it.
So, I'm getting some flashbacks to the Joel, Tess, and Ellie stuff. I actually think this game's greatest strength is characters bouncing off of each other in a group. Like, Tess was great on her own, but when Joel and Ellie got to interact with her, those are great. And the best part about this is that it's not just between two characters. See, with this, with Joel, Tess, and Ellie as a group, you can have Joel and Tess talking to each other. You can have Tess and Ellie talking to each other, and then Ellie and Joel talking to each other, and you can also have those three as a group. That's a lot of possible dynamics that can keep going on and, you know, going between to sort of keep things fresh. For this group here, we can have Joel and Ellie talking, Joel and Sam talking, Joel and Henry talking, Henry and Sam talking, Henry and Ellie talking, Ellie and Sam talking. And then us three. You can have these three characters talking to each other. And then, you know, these three characters talking to each other. And it's like, and then you can just have them all as a group. And this moment between these two characters, like there are several moments that are just between Ellie and Sam here. And those are nice. I feel like the game's super intense focus on Joel and Ellie being like the two only major characters is a damaging focus.
Whoa. Sounds like a spaceship. Or, I mean, what I think a spaceship would sound like. Right?
Like, the stuff I like the most is just when the characters are just talking to each other. Like, this whole area here, this has so far been one of the best parts in the game. Along with the fact of Joel, Tess, and Ellie's parts when they're interacting. Those are some of the best dynamics. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Joel and Ellie's dynamic is fine. I just find it to be more dull than when they interact with other characters. Like, this stuff with these two guys adds a lot to the story. Even during the apocalypse, they shall always bring smiles to others' faces. Yes, Ish and the Dawn are truly angels among men. Yeah, start a father-mother with their adopted daughter relationship. Yeah, Tess should have survived. Like, hands down, Tess should have survived. Like I don't even think that's up for debate. I think Tess should have just straight up survived because it's so much better. Like, I like Joel so much more when he interacts with Tess because he already has such a great relationship with her. If we got to have more conversations like this, but with Joel and Tess, to really flesh out their history, like, there's so much we don't know. How did Joel and Tess meet? how long have they known each other? It's clearly been a while.
What are we doing?
Shut up, Ellie. I'm talking. Like, there's so much that they could use to explore with a lot of these characters, but they just don't. And this is what I was saying before about it doing a lot of the bare minimum. This is the game actually going a slight step above the bare minimum when it comes to these characters. And in a game that's supposed to be some, like, deep character... Oh, that's interesting. Like, when you point the light at them, they look away. Alright, that's a nice detail. But, like, that's what I was saying. When you have all these characters interacting with each other, it does feel really nice. Okay, I'll get off that soapbox. Wait. Where are we going? I was just sitting here talking the whole time. I didn't actually think about where we were going. Did I miss something? Okay, can't go there. I wish I had a map that I could look at. Okay, game. You want to give me a little bit of direction here? Supposed to climb this? Of all the times that it doesn't, like, of all the times that it doesn't give you a specific direction, it's in a bigger area. Maybe there's a way through here. Is this it? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that scene with the firefly symbol, I thought it made it look like that was like going to be super important over there. Oh. Can I go into the shed? No! Alright, is there going to be a cutscene that happens? Yeah.
Get out!
I had a feeling something would happen.
Did you see where it came from?
The Last of Us rewrite win.
Right now.
Actually,
Y'all stay here.
I already have ideas of a rewrite.
I need you guys to keep him busy. I'm gonna go around and see if I can't get the angle on him.
Okay. Hey. Be careful.
Actually, I have some ideas for a rewrite. So, while I'm going over to that sniper... No, you don't. You don't want to play, you want to kill. You see, now, if I was rewriting... And this could be in, like, written form, or...
This ain't your turf, man!
Well, stop shooting at me! I don't want your turf! But if I was doing The Last of Us, and this could be whether if I was making the game or if I was writing it as like a fan fiction, what I would do is I would actually start off the game, or I would start off the story with Joel as a teenager. You can't see me. I would start it off because Whoa! What? Oh my gosh. Ah! Alright. I didn't realize there would be other guys. I thought it was just going to be the sniper. But I would start off the story with Joel as a teenager, because it's actually, I looked this up, and this is actually something that I would have done anyway. But, Sarah was an unplanned pregnancy. Joel knocked up a girl when he was in his when he was a teenager. So she came as a surprise. Are these guys only going to show up when I move up? And I would actually, I would actually show,
Cover me.
How did you not die from that? And I would actually show Joel taking care of her, and with having Sarah be born, and then you would see bits of Joel's life. As through the years. What? So, sorry, I need to stop to talk about this a little bit. So I'd show Joel, right after Sarah was born, Joel and, I would imagine that Joel, in the way I would write it, Joel he'd be 18, he'd be a senior in high school, and right after they graduate, his girlfriend up and splits on him and dumps Sarah on him. So basically, he's crushed. And immediately out of high school, he gives up any aspirations about going to college to immediately start working to take care of Sarah. He joins a local construction company and starts working so that he can take care of his daughter, because that becomes his priority. Tommy helps out, and you see him and Tommy when they're younger working together to help take care of Sarah. Then you would show times in Joel's life when Sarah's maybe a little kid and he's teaching her how to ride a bike, and you show them, him getting a promotion, and he buys a new house, and it's the house that they're in at the beginning of the game. And you get to see all this time with Sarah and Joel really building that relationship, and then you get Outbreak Day. Then that's when everything goes to hell, and you would effectively get what it was at the beginning of the game. That way, when Sarah dies, you have a lot of attachment to Sarah as a character. Because you have seen her born. You've seen Joel take care of her as a little kid, she's growing up. Now she's going into her early teens. And then her sudden death really hits even harder. But I actually wouldn't have her die during Outbreak Day. In fact, the way I would do it, this would come back a little bit later. I haven't fleshed out everything after this, but this is how I would handle the beginning of it. Because this is what I've been thinking about. What I would do is I would have when Joel and Sarah escape to that, and they run into that soldier. And he calls in, and he calls into his commanding officer, and he asks, like, okay, what do we do? We got a man with a little girl here, and he's ordered to shoot at them. He fires away from them, and then he calls in and he says, target's neutralized. So then Joel's just like, wait, what? And that soldier spared them because he doesn't have the heart in him to kill someone who's not clearly not infected. Then he'd check them, make sure they don't have any bite marks because they have any. Because of what the government has been studying, they have at least a limited idea of how the cordyceps works. Not a whole lot, but they do understand how basic ways it can infect people, usually by bites. And he confirms that they don't have any, and he kind of sends them on their way. And then Tommy would run up with them, and then they would meet up, and then. But then you would say a few weeks later, during one of the there was an attack from from like a group of looters that were trying to steal from them, and during one of those incidents, Sarah gets shot and then dies in Joel's arms. That way, her death isn't so clunkily written, and adding into the fact that you now have a whole lot of time having spent with her. Even if it's just taking a handful of snippets from Joel's life, a lot of those moments are with Sarah. So each of these scenes would be developing an attachment to Sarah to help the audience really get attached to Sarah. And then her death is something that doesn't make literally no sense. Like how it doesn't make sense when Joel turns around and he very clearly should have been shot but wasn't, and magically only Sarah was hit. I just changed that. And what I would like to do is have that soldier reappear post-apocalypse, like during the main story. Now older, middle-aged now, and he's one of the main guys in the military. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Wolf. Already the death of Sarah is handled better. That is a core aspect of the game. That is the basis for Joel's entire character arc with Ellie. You need to get that part right. More than anything at the beginning of the game. You need the foundation and the foundation of the relationship with Sarah and her death need to be attached. Having us play as her for a little bit at the beginning doesn't foster that attachment. But us playing as Joel, seeing Ellie grow up, or seeing Sarah grow up, that fosters it. And seeing her as a baby being born, seeing her as a toddler, seeing her as 6 years old, seeing her 12 years old, seeing her grow up, a lot of people are immediately going to start feeling protective of her. So then when she does die, that is an absolutely gut-wrenching moment. So yeah, sorry to derail this. Well, but I just wanted to talk about the rewrite ideas that I had because there is so much room. There's so much wiggle room when it comes to developing this game, or there's just so much potential that's just not tapped into. Where are you going?
Go back to where you fucking came from.
Stop being mean. I don't like you. Let me loot in peace. Oh yeah, I forgot about the smoke bombs. That'll help. That. Make sure no guys pop up on me.
Ah, there you are.
Whoa! Was that even a possible shot, or did he just... Oh, wait, no, I think I remember hearing that this was like a totally impossible... Like, there's no character model there. It's just like a gun.
In that burnout building.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How the hell do you know? This guy's really aggravating. Okay. My idea is... No! Run, 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 run!
Get your head out, I dare you. Spread out.
Wonder if I can just sneak past them
We'll check over there.
and... trigger an encounter. Come on!
Where do you think you're going?
I wonder if I can trigger.
I still fucking see you.
You don't see squat. Okay.
Keep hiding, sucker.
Come on! Ambush time. Oh, come on! There's no way you survived that!
Come on, guys.
Where? Bullcrap that you dodged that other shot.
Get away from us, huh? Motherfucker!
Yeah. Wait. I got you. That's it. That's my way in. Oh, come on!
Jesus.
I didn't know I could. I thought I could shoot at the guy. I need to be fast on this one. Well, that wasn't as satisfying as I had hoped it would be.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Thanks, Joel.
Let's take this 50 cal with us, man.
All right. We did it.
We should move.
Sam!
Henry!
Oh, and this is the part where he gets bitten and then he...
Come on, come on!
Let's move!
Come on!
You're okay.
Still here. Anybody hurt?
No, we're good.
I think it's time we quit this place. Come on.
Let's go.
I don't know where they find those turrets, Wolf. At least they don't make you fight those. That would have been frustrating.
That's serious. It's Tommy's birthday, and that's all he wanted to do is just rent 2 Harleys and drive cross country.
Oh, man. I could die happy if I could just ride one around the block. What was it like?
It was good. Real good.
Good? Can you believe this guy? Come on, man, give me details. Describe it.
You know what? You two...
That's me right now! That's me!
No, Ellie. This isn't just any regular motorcycle, okay? You get on that bad
Give me
boy,
details,
listen to that
describe it.
engine, nothing like it.
Oh, yeah? How would you know?
Seen it in my dreams.
Okay.
I don't think anyone from my group is gonna show up.
Yeah.
Worst part about it all, explaining it to Sam.
Well, it's safe to say those two have officially bonded. What are you doing?
Taking stock of all the food we found today.
I see. And how are we doing on canned peaches?
Did Henry send you?
No? Why would Henry send me?
To make sure I'm not fucking up somehow.
I'd say we all did pretty good back there. Especially you.
Angst.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Let's see. Scorpions are pretty creepy. Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone. What about you?
Those things out there. What if the people are still inside? What if they're trapped in there without any control of their body? Scared of that happening to me.
Okay. First of all, we're a team now. Okay, we're gonna help each other out. And second, they might still look like people, but that person is not in there anymore.
Henry says that they've moved on, that they're with their families, like in heaven. Do you think that's true?
I go back and forth. I mean, I'd like to believe it.
But you don't.
I guess not.
Yeah. Me neither.
Oh. All the serious talk. I almost forgot. There. If he doesn't know about it, I can't take it away. All right. I'm pooped. I'll see you tomorrow.
Of course he's hiding his bite.
Damn. That smells good.
Good morning.
Where's Sam?
I'll let him sleep in for once.
Oh,
Well, if you want him to join us, you can go wake his ass up.
okay.
And he's going to attack.
Sam?
The hell? Shit, he's turning! That's my fucking brother! Screw it!
Shit!
Ellie? Ellie, are you alright?
Oh my god.
Sam? Sam?
Henry? Ellie, stay there.
You can just
Henry?
hear Neil Druckmann saying, "Alright, gotta eject these characters from the
Gun
plot."
me, okay?
Just like he did with
okay,
Tess.
This is your fault. This is nobody's fault, Henry. It's all your fault! Henry! Henry, no!
Oh my god.
We have characters that are working well together, are really bouncing off of each other and allowing for a lot of deep character moments. Nope, 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 get rid of them, kill them all. They can't live. It's just gonna be Joel and Ellie. And we're just skipping ahead of after that.
Jackson County. Means we're close to Jackson City, right?
Should be more than a few miles.
And she just now has that jacket, and they just...
I'm just ready to get there.
You nervous?
I don't know what I'm feeling.
Like, holy crap. They didn't even bother to show any kind of aftermath. They don't show how they got here. They just skip ahead. This is like the most jarring skip. It's... Holy crap, it's like Neil's like, alright, we're just moving ahead in the story now. Alright. it's already auto-saved. But I'll save anyway. Oh my gosh. Hey, we got we got some happiness going on. Kill him, we must be serious and dark. Yeah, Wolf, that's exactly how this is going. And it pisses me off that you don't need to do this. Like, they could just split up. Something could force them to go in a different direction. There's nothing that says that they have to kill these characters. But now it's like, we're done with that part of the game, so just get rid of the characters. It's just Joel and Ellie. And, like, this is honestly what makes The Last of Us so infuriating. I was actually really digging that cutscene with Joel and Henry talking about motorcycles, and then, like, Henry having that fun moment where he finally relaxes a little and starts talking about his dreams of riding a Harley, and I'm like, you know, that's good. And that moment where Ellie shows that she had brought that toy that that Sam wanted, the one that and basically gave him the toy that oh, if your brother doesn't know, it's fine. And I'm like, that was so good. And just like so much stuff in this game, we were so close to greatness. We were almost this close to greatness. It's like you were just getting onto the right track here, just getting into the groove, and boom, gone. We're done. All right, that's it. And it just blows my mind. We're so close to greatness. We were this close. Henry and Sam didn't need to stick around the whole time. And then we could have gotten rid of the characters. And I talked about this actually with Angel Rin. In just a private conversation about there are ways to have these characters exit the plot without killing them. And I feel like Neil Druckmann just doesn't understand that. Either that or he's trying to take the Birch solution to make himself so serious and go, oh, no, we have to be all serious and dark. I'm like, bruh, lighten up a little bit. Tess didn't need to die earlier in the game. And I think I mentioned this before in part 3, I think. Because I talked about it in part 2, but none of that audio got recorded for some reason. But Tess could have been captured by the military. Well, even though she was a target. Actually, hell, wouldn't they want some information on what was going on with the Fireflies? It'd be very easy to have Tess be captured by the military and interrogated. She can show up later in the story, or maybe she can meet up with Joel and Tess, or Joel and Ellie later on in the story, or maybe at the very end. There's a lot of stuff you can do with that. She could have escaped and tried to follow Joel and Ellie's trail, and she's just kind of tracking them down. Like, maybe she got with some of the Fireflies and was trying to make it down there with that group. There's so many ways you could have done this, and you could have had Tess exit the plot without killing her off. And the same thing here with Sam and Henry. Because it's like right when you're starting to get attached to the characters, then they're killed off. Like, honestly, it's just like right in that last cutscene, right before it happens, when they're talking around and eating. Like, and they just skip away from that. Like, or they skip to that cutscene where it's like, alright, we just escaped. Boom, we're already in the radio tower, we're already stopping and eating, and it's just like, why? Yeah, those three would have made a great trio. They really would have made a great trio. Joel, Tess, and Ellie would have made an amazing main trio. But it's like, maybe Sam and Henry want to take a different way, or maybe they're going, like,
It's like, and it's so weird because it almost feels like they recognize that, yeah, like they have the same goal, so them teaming up and going together would make sense. And I feel like maybe you should have just done that. Maybe you should have just had them work together and get there. You know, and try to get to the Fireflies all together. Can you imagine, though, if as the story progressed, more people were added to the group? Actually, think about this. If, like, let's say Tess is separated from Joel and Ellie for a while, but then Joel and Ellie meet up with Sam and Henry, and Sam and Henry team up with them, and they're on their way to meet up with the Fireflies. And then you have Tess ends up coming back, and you have, you know, and you have this group of people. They're all talk, and they can all talk to each other and allow for more conversations. And you could still do stuff in the game where the characters are separated, so it's still Joel and Ellie for certain parts of the game. But it feels like the way this is done, it feels like it was almost done with borderline malicious intent. We have to get rid of these characters ASAP. They've served their purpose, so now we're done with them. And then it just skips. It skips to an entirely different season. We're now in fall. Holy crap. You want to explain to us how they got there? A little bit? Not even explaining how Ellie got that jacket? Did you find that jacket? Did you barter for someone for it? Nothing? And that's what you get. And it's like that one line for Henry where he's like, explain it to me, man. Give me some details. That's what I am with so much of the story in this game. Explain it to me. Tell me things. Give me more details of what's going on here. Yeah, Wise Wolf. If you want to kill characters, you must have a pretty darn good explanation and a good explanation for why they died. Yeah, you know, killing off characters suddenly can work. I have seen it done well, but you really have to be a good writer to pull that off. Killing off a character, especially a character that you want us to get attached to in a way that doesn't just cause frustration, is something that a lot of writers have a hard time with. Yeah, for shock value. It's absolutely just for shock value. Oh no, this is a dark apocalypse or people die. It's like, yeah, but aren't you supposed to be finding hope? Like, they build up some of this hopeful stuff, and then they take it away. Like with Tess. They had her talk to Joel about finally settling down and finally calming their lives down a little bit. Something that he straight up said that she was always against, but now they might actually settle down. Maybe her and Joel can just be happy together. Maybe her and Joel can adopt Ellie and they can have a happy family. No, Tess is dead. Well, okay. Well, they meet Henry and Sam, these two brothers, and they're trying to find their way to the Fireflies. And after working together for a bit, they actually managed to get out, and things are calmed down, and maybe they can work together. They're a group. Ellie told Sam, we're a team now. No, get rid of them. They're dead now. Well, it's like, there's so much potential with this, and so much potential with these characters, and everything is stripped away because that's just not the intention. Like, they don't want to do that. Neil Druckmann didn't want to do that. And I feel like Bruce Straley, or the Bruce, I'll just call him Bruce. I feel like he was definitely a good influence to the story of the game. But ultimately, I feel like he still wasn't willing to push things enough to make it great. Like, there's so much more they can be doing with this than just the most baseline. And the more I play The Last of Us, the more I get frustrated with all this wasted potential. And all these characters who just get thrown to the side because, I guess, reasons, really. It's like, and I've said this multiple times, but they want this game to just be about Joel and Ellie. And everyone they meet is just temporary. And it's like, okay, but that's such a narrow-minded way to look at things. It's such a narrow-minded way to write the story. Why even bother? And it's so frustrating to me that I can see all this potential, and it's not going anywhere. I mean, I'm glad we reached that end of the segment so that I can stop it there, but it's upsetting that these characters deserve a better writer than Neil Druckmann. Like, really? What makes people get so attached to these characters is everything but Neil's writing. You got the actors. I think the actors are what do the most job in selling these characters, because there's a lot of great performances. I mean, then again, as we know, good performances don't save bad writing. I mean, look at The Last Jedi. You have some good performances in that. Shoot, Mark Hamill acts well in it as best as he can, given given the script. But doesn't make it good, even if he does have good scenes. And that's what I feel about with The Last of Us. I mean, it's not as bad as The Last Jedi. Yeah, I want to make that clear. It's not as bad as The Last Jedi. I'm just talking about the idea of good acting, good presentation, nice effects, good graphics. While they can enhance something, they don't make something good. Yeah, well, if God forbid we have people be happy in any story, or in this story, it's like, yeah, there's so much that we can do to let these characters be happy. Like, this game wants to have a hopeful message, but it's coming off far more nihilistic than anything. Characters who want to be happy, you're dead. Characters who may have a chance to live a better life, you're dead. It's like, and I know I have a feeling like we're going to be coming up to, I know we're coming up to David relatively soon. I think that's in the winter section. I think they're way too attached to this whole sectioning it off by season thing, but I think David's in that section. But like, yeah, you meet this guy and he seems like he could be nice. No, he's a evil pedophile rapist cannibal. I'm like, wow. Okay. And then it's like, and then you get to the Fireflies at the end, and I know this much, that it's like they screw Joel over, they take Ellie, and then they're going to kill her immediately once they get her. And I'll talk about that when I get to the end of the game. And then they do everything possible to be as shady and disgusting and awful as possible. And it's like, and then at the end, Joel lies to Ellie about what happened, which is understandable, to protect her, to keep her from knowing just how bad the Fireflies were, and how much of a scumbag Marlene truly was. But it's like, this game, it's like, it tiptoes around the idea of being hopeful, and just smashes you in the face with the grimdark nihilism. And that's super frustrating. It's like, and like, that whole stuff with Ishmael, hell, thinking of Ishmael again, it's like, wow, we never really got any conclusion to his story other than, well, things sucked, people died, and now we're going to survive. What happened to them? I'd like to know. But no, they all died. They actually, like, Ishmael Society, there, they had a bunch of people in there that had, they had, everything really settled down, and I'm like, you know what? I would have liked it if maybe they were fine. Maybe you do fight through some clickers and stuff, but then you ultimately, you help them out, and then, you go on your merry way. Show people that are surviving. Show hope for the future. Don't just end all these stories with, and then they died. Because it's really, really getting annoying. Okay, I think I'm gonna end the stream Now, this was actually fun. This was good. I like this. And all for anyone who's here watching the stream, which is probably just you, Wolf. Thank you for watching, and if you want to, and if you're watching this afterwards, then